The following is a presentation of TFNN.
11 seconds. You've got 10 seconds. The countdown going on right now. Morrow up to Silk. 5 seconds left in the game. You believe in miracles? Yes!
Let's go to Ilka in Boston. Ilka, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Steve, seriously, you guys are unbelievable. You are doing wonders for all the traders.
Well, thanks. We appreciate that.
The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, all you wonderful money masters and treasure hunters. Welcome to the December 2nd marvelous Monday edition of today's Opening Bell on the Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and I absolutely treasure your presence here today. My outcome, as always, is to help you to become a better money master and to provide you with the tools that each of us need in order to lead an inspired life. Because leading an inspired life, folks, that's truly what it's all about. Hope everybody out there had just simply a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Great to be back with you. I'm sure each of us, really enjoyed the rest out there. Hope you got some rest. Well, let's go take a look at one of our tools. This is the tool I call the magic. The magic is within you. You know, of all the things that can have an effect on our future, I believe personal growth is the strongest. That's why I spend each day learning something new. In fact, teach this belief system to your kids. The major key to their better future, I just like to say it like this, the major key to your better future, well, it simply is you. Let me repeat that. The major key to your better future is you. Your kids need to know that. Put that someplace where they can see it every day, in the bathroom, in the kitchen, on the refrigerator, on their door, anywhere that they can see it each and every day. The major key to your better future is you. I've been to plenty of places, plenty of events, and when folks start to list out the reasons why they don't have what they want in their life, oftentimes they blame their parents. So if you're a parent of kids out there, you want to make sure that your kids know that the key to their major future is really within inside them. The magic is truly within inside them, folks. It's within our hands. Now, there are many things that'll help a better future. You know, if it doesn't storm, that'll help. If your car doesn't break down, certainly that will help. If your kids don't get sick, that'll help. If your neighbors stay halfway civil, that'll help. If your relatives don't bug you, well, that'll help. And if it isn't too cold, maybe if it's not too hot, all those things most certainly will help your better future. Hey, how about if prices don't go higher? Maybe if taxes don't get much heavier, that certainly will help. And how about if the economy stays stable or improves? All those things will help. We can go on and on and on with the list, but remember this. The list of things all put together, they play a minor role in our better future. Because the major key to our better future, it's real simple. It's us. What we have to do is we've got to lock your mind onto this whole concept because it's so super important to remember. Here's a question. How do you develop an above-average income? It's really simple. Become an above-average person. All you've got to do is you got to work on you. A long time ago, I learned to develop an above-average handshake. Now, a lot of people want to be successful. They don't even work hard on their handshake. My brother-in-law, Ross, taught that to me without even knowing he did. Develop an above-average smile. Develop an above-average amount of excitement. Develop an above-average dedication to whatever it is that you're passionate about in life. Develop an above-average interest, folks, you know what, in other people. To have more, it's real simple. To have more, we just simply have to become more. Always work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And for a long time in my life, I didn't have that figured out. There was a lot of wasted time. Teach all that to your kids, folks. You see, the magic, it is within you. The magic is in the handshake. It's in the smile. It's in the excitement, the determination, and the development. All the magic comes from within you. And you are the major key to your better future out there. Well, let's go check out the better future of these markets out here right now. Hey, Dow futures are up 4 points. They're trading out at 16,070. S&P futures, they're totally flat. They're trading out at 1804. NASDAQ futures up 7 points, trading out at 34.95. King dollar up 25 ticks, 258 pips out there, trading out at $80.90. The euro was back a bit. We'll take a look at the currency pairs most certainly. Goldilocks back $13 right now. It's trading out at $1,237. Silver off 33 cents. It's trading at $19.70. Light sweet crude up 66 cents. It's trading at $93.39. Our call-in number, 877-927-6648. Would love to hear from you. Happy to take a look at any of your stock charts out there. If we take a peek around the globe right now, a little bit of a mixed bag out here. The DAX is up 3 points. We'd call that flat. FTSE is down 48 points. That's off 0.7%. And the Nikkei was really flat last night. It was off 7 points. The Hang Seng up 157 points, about 0.6%, maybe a little bit more than 0.6% out there. The Shanghai down 13 points. That was down about 0.6%. So let's start off with our favorite currency pair. You got to do that. We just have to start off with our favorite currency pair. I'll get it out. Don't worry about that. And that is the Euro Japanese yen, because it so well points the direction of our market. In fact, even when there is divergence, it is this currency pair that really points the way. Now, you know we have been tracking this sideways consolidation. Well, we've been tracking a number of different patterns out here. Number one, it was the 1.618 butterfly. That pattern had really a triple top test out here. It also had formed a consolidation. That's the yellow box. If you go back to any of the historical archives of this show, which are on Channel 9 out there, you'll see this chart. It hasn't changed at all with the exception of where price has gone. And once price broke through that yellow consolidation zone, that gave us our projected, because when you break a consolidation, your move is usually equal to or greater than the amount of that level. Take a look at this little red line. We'll blow it up across the top of my screen out here. I'll move this over to the sideways. Take a look at the top of that candle from Friday. On top of that candle, 139.69 out there, little doji candle out here. Right now we're seeing prices move higher. If we, in fact, we get a close. Well, now, today it's not just a matter of whether it closes above, Friday. It's a matter of whether it takes out the high of Friday. That's really the key here. So 139.69, and guess what? All systems are go for the Euro Japanese yen to go ahead and move to higher price. Where's that next higher price? Well, I'd have to say it's the 142-ish type level, 142.42 out there or so. That will go ahead and move these markets higher out here. So we're going to be paying attention to the Euro Japanese yen currency pair. If we go see what actually has taken place since we were last together, which was on Wednesday out there, let's take a look at the index futures. Let's look at the daily charts. Let's go see what we can find out here. Let's start off with the ES-mini, the S&P futures. Now, what we'll see is we'll see the 1 to 1.618, A to B equals CD pattern. That completed coming off of the August 28th swing point low. That price 1624.75. That was our A point, our B point out here. That came in on September 19th, the high of which is 1726.75. Makes about a 0.786 retracement. Little Morningstar reversal pattern out here. The three-candle session, that's October 8th, October the 9th, as well as October 10th out there. Nice bullish pattern. Well, we can see that the move off that, made more than a 1-to-1 most certainly, but right now where it's traveling at is the 1 to 1.618. Couple of doji candles out here. Says the market was a little bit tired, and so it is. We actually saw that really a very similar type candle formation out here on Friday as well. So the market has been moving sideways. It's really been kind of working off that little bit of an overbought condition by moving sideways over the course of the last 4 or 5 days out here. Can price move higher? Yeah, look. There's a 1 to 1.272 A to B equals CD. That takes you to about the 18-17 range. That's coming off of the ABCD pattern that began on June 24th out there. That's the red AB equals CD formation tool that you're looking at if you are watching us on Tiger TV. And if you are, thank you so much. If you're listening on the radio and your mobile device at TFNN.mobi, we absolutely appreciate that. Remember, this show will stream live to your smartphone, your pad device out there by going to the home page of TFNN.com. Over on the right-hand side, you will see a button 3 little smartphones. Click on that. You'll catch this show live. And, of course, again, the archive of this is on Channel 9. The blue diagonal line that you're taking a look at on my screen, that's the top of the rising sun. That's the top of the rising price channel out there. So certainly that is in play. We take a look at potential other levels where we could see the ES Mini move up to. Let's go ahead and take a look at your 1 to 2 A to B equals CD. That'll take you into about the 1845-ish range out there. So that is certainly one possibility. We have not yet seen a change in trend on the daily charts out here. Now, that's what's going on inside of the S&P futures. Let's go take a look at the big dog out here. That would be the NASDAQ futures. Now, the NASDAQ futures actually formed a bearish reversal candle. You know, Stevie likes the bottom hammer candles. Those are great candle formations out there. Well, there's one up at the highs, and that's the long-lost cousin. That's called the shooting star, and that's what we saw actually take place on Friday. Shooting star candle, that says you've got some resistance inside of the Dow at 16,162. Again, it's the futures that we're taking a look at here. If, in fact, we do see a close above 16,162, that's going to go ahead and bring into play that 16,006, 5, somewhere right around that level, because that's the 1,000-point breakout of this consolidation that was in place for quite a period of time. April, May of 2013. We didn't see the breakout of this until November of 2013, November 11th out there. So we do have a little bit of a potential reversal signal, I dare say. You can see that price is most certainly in the bought condition. So for it to actually make some kind of retracement and work that condition off would not be that big of a deal out here. But that's what we're going to be paying attention to inside of the Dow futures. We're going to be looking at that number, 16,162, because a close above that, that sets up another 500 points or so to the move northward. Now, let's go take a look at the NASDAQ futures out here. NASDAQ futures, they've been back to long and strong out here. No reversal signs inside of the NASDAQ futures. In fact, the 1 to 2, A to B equals CD. This is the smaller pattern out here. This is the one coming off of the lows from August 27th. That low out there, 30.5250. The B point happens to be October 2nd's high, and that is at 32.51. Makes a retracement. Let's take a look at that retracement. Looks like probably about a 0.618 retracement. Let's go measure it. Yes, it is most certainly almost exactly 0.618 retracement. It is powered through that move off of this C point out here. Extremely powerful. It's up and over all kinds of resistance. There is no resistance inside of the NASDAQ futures. They have provided no reversal candle whatsoever. The only reversal candle that's out here is the one that it got over. That was the November 18th key reversal session. That high was 34.2575. Any pullback, that's a key area to be watching, 34.2575 out there, because back inside that lower part of the range would say, hey, must have been a false breakup. But right now, that is not the signal that the NASDAQ futures are giving to us. Long and strong is the current message of the markets. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, folks.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or TigerTV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. with the launch of TigerTV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With TigerTV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on TigerTV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out TigerTV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pezzamento's trading newsletter.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the Forex market, and more. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 full weeks. That's an $85 value. Yours free when you register right now.
Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind.
And get the edge you've been looking for.
Investors, Taz Market Research delivers to its subscribers expert commentary on the analysis of 15 different markets each day. Get this invaluable and timely information through the daily market research videos Taz Market Research produces each day before 9 a.m. The video analysis will include reports on currencies, interest rates, indices, metals, energies, grains, and more. You'll be able to gauge where high profitability setups are in each of the markets. Receive a free 2-week trial subscription to Taz Market Research videos on the front page of TFNN.com. Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. What a great weekend of college football out there. Now, of course, that all depends on what side you're on. During the 10 o'clock show, when I do my opening, I usually talk about how, the very next person you meet, stand behind. How about the very next second can absolutely change your life out there? I'm referring to the Alabama-Auburn game out there. For those of you that didn't catch it, what an incredible game. Alabama, certainly a incredibly strong football team out there. And in 1 second, less than 1 second, quite frankly, because there was a second that was put back on the clock, and it was truly less than a second that was left in the game out there. But their entire season changed in that heartbeat out there. So great games. The Michigan-Ohio State game, that was great. They were all good games out there over the weekend. Man, I love college football. I get a little depressed when the season is over, and it's coming down towards a close here. So we've got another weekend here of some good games out there, but a great game. Now, I created a little bit of a tool, so when you call in and you want me to take a look at a chart, just a tool where I can go ahead and utilize a version of Basil's Chapman Wave out here. And really all it is, it's just a peak counter. As most of you folks know, I've been developing a couple of tools on the Anson Windows software that I use out here, such as being able to automatically identify these primary trading range boundary lines. And I've created this little tool here allows me to quickly count peaks and quickly count troughs. It is not at all the Chapman Wave system out here. Just as a quick peak counter out here, going back to the NASDAQ futures. I'll show you how that works out here. On the NASDAQ futures, if we just simply start with the low from October 9th out here, I'm just going to click on that. I'm going to come back and take a look at this little button here that I have created, count up, and instead of using A, B, C, D, it just simply shows me 1, 2, 3, 4. It's much easier for me to just simply use a numbering system out here, and it's just the dance steps of 1, 2, 3, 4 out here. So whether or not, so this shows, again, this doesn't show any of his instant restart stuff or what have you, but it is cool because, it's a great system out there, and it is important to understand, when you start to get to this 4th, 5th, 6th peak or what have you, and for it to start over. I've also created here to be able to count the so-called troughs or the moves lower out here. The way that works, I'll just click on this May 22nd high out here. I haven't run this before on the NASDAQ futures, so just simply doing all this stuff here live, and I'll use my countdown process here. The countdown process, you can see just simply how visually quickly it is. So it's just another tool that we'll be able to use when you do call in and or any kind of chart analysis that we do on any time frame that is out there, and we just simply pick the beginning point that we want to use to begin our counting programs out here. But as I was saying, inside the NASDAQ futures out here, it is not showing any sign of weakness at all inside of the marketplace out there. Kind of interesting. They talk about the sales being off here for the Thanksgiving for Thursday and Friday out there. I don't know about you. It was kind of weird. On Thanksgiving, I actually needed to pick up a few things and ran out. Thought I would just go to a Walgreens or a CVS here in Florida, and happened to pass by a Walmart, and their parking lot was jammed. This was, like 11, 12 in the day, and so I went in and got the stuff there. It was kind of weird. For me, my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving, and it was always favorite because it was, no toys, no gifts, just people spending time with friends, family, eating some good food out there, and the mere fact that majority of people in the country were off work. That is a thing has gone by the wayside out there. Clearly, that has gone by the wayside. And I don't even remember why I was talking about that. But in any event, I did. Well, I know. Let's go take a look at Walmart's stock out here. Let's go see what in the heck that they are doing. I think I've got that. We had a call last week. Let me see here if I've got it. Maybe it's on the earnings tab out here from one of our listeners, and he was short Walmart. Of course, we were taking a look at a number of different tools out here in Walmart. In fact, let's take a look at Basil's system on Walmart here. We can see that Walmart first was in this, it has been in this consolidation box. There's been several consolidations with inside of Walmart. But as we take a look at this shorter one here, really the consolidation, you'd say, probably beginning right around the March 2013 time frame. The bottom of the consolidation, I'd say right around the 71-ish range. The top of the consolidation clearly being about 78, so you've got, a 7-point consolidation. Price broke above that consolidation range right here on November 25th, gapped up through that level. Let's just use the Chapman Wave peak counter out here. Let's go see what kind of run we've got going as we speak here right now as this thing counts up. Here you can see the dance step of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is on its way higher out here. That's a 7-point move. That says that what we should see inside Walmart is a move to about $87. It closed at $81.01 on Friday. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
With over 3 decades of trading experience, Andy Hecht brings a tremendous amount of knowledge and expertise to each weekly issue of his newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report. The Technomental Commodity Report gives you Andy's unique technomental analysis of the commodities market, a combination of technicals and fundamental analysis which he has developed and perfected over his many years of trading. The Technomental Commodity Report is only $49 a month, and right now you can get a full month-long trial subscription while paying absolutely nothing. See for yourself the kind of weekly report Andy delivers to his subscribers every Thursday morning. You'll receive specific stock, ETF, and option trades based on Andy's analysis, so no futures account is required. For all the details and to start your month-long free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, visit TFNN.com today. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
To the races. We got the Dow down 10 points, trading out at 16,075. S&P up 1.5 trading at 1807. Composite up 6 points at 4,065. Russell 2,000 off a buck, trading at 1141. Apple's up $3.74. That's trading out at $500 and almost $560. Microsoft up 29 cents, trading at 38.42. Google's up $4 and change out there. Amazon up $4. Brilliant advertising campaign put on by Jeff Bezos last night, talking about what is it, Prime Air out there, the the delivery by drones to houses. Well, I remember the reason that I was talking about the whole retail sales thing. What is kind of interesting is we had the Holiday of Lights festival start, Hanukkah starting on Thanksgiving as well. So people are talking about the retail sales being down, but people are overlooking the mere fact that the entire gift buying segment, took place, the week before, a couple weeks before. We got to Thanksgiving out there, so that's one thing that hasn't been factored in. I haven't even heard anybody in the news media pick up on that. Where they must be sleeping. They got to get their heads out of wherever their heads might be out there. So just simply overlooking that as well. So in any event, we've got to the upside here. You got Google, Amazon, Apple. We've got Olin Corp, O-L-I-N is the ticker symbol. That's up 9% here this morning. I don't see any news behind it. eBay is up about 5% this morning. No news behind that. They probably will have a big day out here, up $2.40. Forest Labs for our FRX is the ticker symbol. They're up about 4%. Rackspace Hosting, RAX, that's up 4% this morning. To the downside here, you've got Ingersoll Rand, IR. They're down 19%. Oh, that's because of a spinoff here. So they completed a spinoff of Allegheny. I can't even see it on my screen out here. In any event, that's why they are down. You've got the Cobalt International Energy. Cobalt International Energy, what have they announced out here? They confirm a significant pre-salt discovery at Lorna Number Well. Well, whatever they discovered out there, the stock is not liking it. They're down 14%. Trulia, TRLA, that's off 5%. Methanex Corp, that's down 2.5% here this morning. 3M and Company, they're off a buck. Petro Brazil, PBR, that is down about 9% here this morning. Let me see if there's any news. No news behind the move in Petro Brazil out there. Our call number again, 877-927-6648. Let's take a look at Goldilocks Silver. Let's see what's going on inside the commodities sector out here. Right now you've got gold trading on at $12.35. It is back to testing. It is testing that June 30th, June 28th swing point, the high of which is 1234.80, 262,000 contracts are down there. We saw a test of that level with only 135,000 contracts November 25th. Key reversal session out there. We saw another test of it on Friday. We won't really spend too much on Friday, but if we do take a look at today, 56,000 contracts to the downside here, trying to bust it. Doesn't look like it's got the energy to bust it loose to the downside, and that is on Goldilocks. Of course, if it can close inside 1234.80, that will go ahead and signal a potential move down to 1179.40 out there. That's what's going on with the Goldilocks. If we take a look at high-ho silver out here, silver really has done the same thing thus far. Testing the June 28th swing point, 19,000 contracts there. Nice key reversal session. That was on November 25th. Right now, today, you're trading 1964. The high of that June 28th level is 1963. Again, that's 19,000. Was that 19,000? 89,000 contracts. That's what we want to be using out there. And so far, the move down today is with 17,000 contracts. However, a close, no question about it, a close inside of 1963. That will set up a test of the $18.18 level. That's what's going on inside of silver. Light sweet crude, if we take a look at crude oil right now, crude is trading out at 93.26, just hovering around this primary. I'm going to have to redo this one here because I have rebuilt, still continuing to build the automated primary trading range of boundary lines. I won't do that here, but I'll show it to you on a couple of the charts out here that I've got on my screen. But as we do take a look at light sweet crude, still managing to travel within this descending price channel out here. No clear break. This is the daily chart. Those are the red diagonal lines going down on my screen out here. Still no clear break inside of light sweet crude. If we take a look at natural gas, that thing has been on a tear. Now, what it completed out here was a beautiful, I do mean beautiful, Gartley cell pattern. This is the 0.786 Gartley cell pattern. Look at this is the January contract that we're taking a look at. Number one, it broke above that descending price channel out there. That is positive. Actually came back and tested it here on Friday. Went and tested the bottom of the top, I should say, of the descending price channel out there. Moved up to the 0.786 retracement. Now the retracement that we're looking at, that's coming off of the high from the trading session of October 15th out at $4.09 out here, all the way down to the low that was put in on November the 5th. So you can see, and look at that beautiful summation, Fibonacci summation numbers. You got a B to C swing point expansion of 2.618 out there. 2.618, folks, is what we can see. So you've got nice potential resistance. Now, of course, that candle out there, there's nothing bearish about the candle from November 29th out here. So that's the area to be watching. If you get above that, well, here's the most bullish thing that you could see inside natural gas is a move sideways here for a bit. see the actual 0.786 begin to work and then fail, because that would set up a 1.272 butterfly. When you have these 0.786 Gartley patterns fail, oftentimes they turn into butterflies. In any event, you do have some potential resistance out at about the 396 level. That is on the January contract. Bonds here, bonds look like they are going to go ahead and make that A to B equals CD down, which is really nothing more than a test of the swing point low at this stage on September the 6th out here. Right now you're trading inside that. Well, you're testing that swing point, the high of which is 130.01. You're at 130.05 out there. You've traded into it. It closed below 130.01. That'll go ahead and give you another confirmation that the A to B equals CD down, which you can see on the right-hand side of my screen. That takes you to the 128.23-ish type range. That says you go ahead and, or it goes ahead and test the low from September the 6th out there. That's what's going on in that area of the marketplace. Let's go take a look at the currency pairs. We looked at the euro-U.S. dollar a few minutes ago. Let's go take a look at the euro-Japanese yen. Let's go take a look at the euro-U.S. dollar out here. The euro-U.S. dollar, it has made the point. Now, if you take a look at the euro-U.S. dollar, if we come off of the highs out here from October the 25th, in fact, let's use that Basil Chapman peak counter or trough counter, I should really call it out here. Let's go ahead and see what run that actually made to the downside out here. No, did not make a four-wave moving AB equals CD. Let's take a look at that. I won't take a look at it to the upside here just yet, but let's take a look at what it has actually done. If we come from the high out here from October the 25th, the high of which is 138.31, all the way down to the low on November the 7th, I believe it is very close to either it hit or hit almost exactly the 0.618 retracement level. 1.3261 is the number. And what it actually got up to here on Friday was 1.3620. You got to love that. Man, is that close or what out there? Now, so far here, the back off on Friday, not that big of a deal. Backing off a bit here this morning. This could be forming the A to B equals CD up. Let's take a look at the potential retracement here that we would be looking at. In this case here, what's going to be interesting is let's assume that right now the message of the euro is that it's going to go ahead and pull back. The natural pullback inside of the euro, assuming that it does it with some smaller ranging type bodied candles out here, is going to be the top of the consolidation or the breakout area, the old resistance area, which should become new support. And that's this little black horizontal line going across my screen. That's at a price point of about, let me just move the black line so I can actually see what it is, 1.3419 out there. So that is likely the target here for the euro. That could be setting up an A to B equals CD up, assuming that the pullback is with some small-bodied candles. That A to B equals CD up pattern, that would look like this. That would take us up into about the 137.26 type range. Now, that is on the daily chart. Let's go take a look at a little bit longer time frames out here, see what the euro might be doing. So on the week, oops, didn't mean to grab that. I meant to grab the actual weekly chart out here. On the weekly chart, this is saying, hey, if it does pull back, let's take a look at the retracement levels here and just see what they would run into. So the 0.618 would run us right into the bottom of this rising price channel. So we've got two competing rising, and we got one rising price channel. That is the shorter term one. That's the one coming off of the lows back in August of 2012. Those are the blue diagonal lines that you are looking at, and they're going against the competing red diagonal lines to the downside out here inside of the euro. This is the weekly chart, so you can see significant resistance, and it's got some pretty good support down at right now, I would have to say about the 134.19, that 0.618 retracement level. So you got a daily really matching up with a weekly here right now inside of the euro. So a very strong message of the markets if, in fact, the euro is able to break through the rising price channel, which would also be on the daily chart, breaking through the what should be a decent level of support out there. Let's go take a look here at the Great British Pound. Let's go see what and the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. So let's go see what the Great British Pound is doing. We have been showing that as being in a consolidation pattern that it broke, I believe, last Wednesday. Let's see, was it Wednesday? Yeah, it was November 28th, and where we saw a break above this little consolidation. That's the yellow consolidation out here. That suggests a move inside of the Great British Pound, probably up to about the 166-ish range. Break of that consolidation. That says that price should be equal to or greater than the actual consolidation level out here. And short of a reversal signal, which you have one right now today. We've got a lot of time left in the trading session for the Great British Pound out here. That looks like that's what it wants to do. Let's take a look at the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. That is trying to break out. It actually broke above the 1.272 butterfly sell pattern. Of course, it did not. It gave us one reversal signal, and that was here on November 26th. The nice thing about waiting for a second opinion is that second opinion never came. And that was, in fact, just the opposite. November 27th, that candle was saying, I'm going to go ahead and break out and move to the next level. Well, look, folks, it's almost up there. The actual 1.618 butterfly takes you to 103.09. What we have seen here so far is a move up to 103.02 out there. Let's use that Basil Chapman peak counter out here. Let's run it on this currency pair. Let's see where we are at. Oh, it looks like it actually may want to move to higher prices out here. You can see you've got your first peak. That took place on October 30th, the second on November the 1st, the third on November 7th, the fourth on November 12th. I believe this qualifies as one of Basil's instant restarts out here. So it looks like we are on, or it is on its way up to even higher price above the 103.09 level. No bearish candle, no reversal signals here inside of the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen, not as of yet. So that covers the currency pairs. Let's go take a look at some of these stocks here that are popping and dropping. Let's go take a look at what do we have to the upside out here that we can take a look at percentage-wise. Let's take a look at Chart Industries. GTLS is the ticker symbol. That's up 4% this morning, GTLS. And this is up after being down. Looks like being down with some significant volume out here. So a little bit of a counter trend move. Now you got a little bit of a gap up, but this thing came down with big volume. That was on October 31st out here. 2.2 million shares. Had some additional follow-through on November 1st with 2.5 million shares to the downside. Nice key reversal session that it put in down here on November the 21st out here. Let's just go count. I'm just having fun with my new tools out here. Let's go see what this is up to. So really just in its second peak. Let's take a look at a normal retracement here coming from the highs to the low. That would be your October 22nd high all the way down to the low on November 21st out here. So you can see this morning it is gapping up into the 0.382 retracement level, 102.54 out here. So it looks like a normal move on this would take you up into about the 0.618 retracement, right around the 113.33. That says it's going to probably move all the way back to where it broke down from, which will be October 31st. At that stage, that might set up a decent short on a stock, GTLS. That would be one that I would be paying attention to out there. All right, now you got the Dow is off 51 points, the S&P down 2.5, composite off 4. Let me go check in on the euro US dollar. Let me see what's going on inside that currency pair. And we'll go back and take a look at some of these stocks here that are popping and dropping. Not exactly here showing that a big reversal is yet underway inside the markets. Let's go take a look at some of these stocks here that are dropping. Let's go see what we've got. You've got Ingersoll Rand. We're not going to take a look at Open Table. So OPEN is down about 5%. It's off $4 here this morning. Looks like just a downgrade alert. Let's go see what this equity is doing. OPEN is the ticker symbol. Moving down this morning, so it had a little sign of strength that it's going to go try and attack out here. Let's get rid of these moving average lines. We'll do that when we get back from the break. We're going to take a look at Open Table, a great little tool for being able to make reservations at some fine dining establishments in your neck of the woods. We'll be right back, folks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Have you subscribed to the Gold Report yet? On Wednesday, August 14th and Thursday, August 15th, Tom O'Brien advised his Gold Report subscribers to close out 6 of their 9 open positions, all winning trades ranging from a 10.69% profit to an incredible 48% profit in just one equity. Tom O'Brien brings an incredible wealth of knowledge and experience to the gold market and the equities within the industry. That's almost 12 years since this powerful newsletter first began. And right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Gold Report by visiting TFNN.com. Make sure you're a subscriber as this volatile gold market makes its way back into positive territory after declining all the way from $1,900 to under $1,200 an ounce in only 2 years. Get your 30-day free trial today by visiting TFNN.com.
Catch the Money Masters as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to trading and investing. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 37 right now. S&P is off 1. It's trading out at 1804. Composite down 3. Russell 2000 leading the charge to the downside. It's off 4 points right now, off about 0.4% out there. Now, before we went to break, we were taking a look at Open Table. We popped up Open Table. It is it's now the third dollar-wise to the downside. You got Ingersoll Rand. That's a spin-off, so we won't be paying attention to that. On Netflix, it's between Netflix and Open Table, off about $3. LinkedIn joining in the gang out here, off $3 right now. Now we're going to apply some of the Stevie tools that I've created here on Ensign Windows software out here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to apply the primary trading range boundary lines. Those are the horizontal levels of support and resistance out here. So we've got, you can see, this is Open Table. It came public back in May of 2009. So You can see I've got all of the data in my screen. The system will go out here. It'll identify the first level, the largest number of co-located opens and closes. Then it'll look for level number 2, number 3, and so forth, and it'll draw the lines horizontally across the screen. So what you can see if you're watching this on TigerTV, so I just show you how this works here. One of the things that was added to the system, you'll see on the very right-hand side, you'll see the numbers that are written there. So it gives you the exact numbers of the areas that you're taking a look at. Now, remember, you use these really as guidelines, as ranges, and you'll see at the $27 and about 50-cent mark, that's got the largest number of co-located opens and closes. How do I know that? It's got the darkest, thickest line out there. The blue lines, those are your primary trading range boundary lines. The center lines, that's what Bud refers to as his mid-PTR ice out here. Right now we can see, so I'll go ahead and now can also use the peak counter that I created out here on my screen. Kind of cool because you just apply these things so simply. We're going to start with the lowest low on November 29th out there, and then we'll just do the run up. We'll just do the counts up. This thing will come out here. It'll count the peaks for us. As you know, and Basil teaches us, you got to be careful when it gets up to that fourth level, that D, in this case here, A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see here that open table on the trading session here on November 19th, almost a key reversal session. It was a bearish engulfing candle as it was making that fourth peak out here. Now what we can see here today, it's pulling back. The likely target for open table is going to be this breakout area. Interestingly enough, we take a look at where that breakout occurred here. Had volume on November 6th of 3.3 million shares, and it broke above that primary trading range boundary line out there at $74.93. Again, you round this, so we call it $75, not so much $74.93, but it gives you it's very easy tool to use and apply on whatever time frames it is that you want to use out here. So broke above that. It says that likely what we'll see is we'll see price pull back into that $75 area. It may not even come back and close the gap. A nice buy on this most certainly would be the November 5th breakout session right around 72.06. So I'd say $72.06 to $75 is likely the next move. Now, the gap down here this morning, December the 2nd, how about that already? It's taken out a swing point from November 20th. That had 349,000 shares. It's taken that out with volume. Already done 234,000 shares today. We can see here this is really its second trough. So, maybe we'll pay attention. We'll keep this one. We'll keep open table. Try to keep it on my screen. We'll see if, in fact, it makes its little D, its fourth trough level right around the $74.90 through $75 level to maybe $72.06 out there. So, folks, Monday, the time just absolutely flies. If you're off to start your Monday, have an incredible day. Thanks so much for joining us. If not, stay tuned. I'll be back up for the second hour. And I want you to always remember this, folks. You have an amazing power within yourself. And that power is so strong, it'll create a life of abundance. It'll cure incurable diseases, build billion-dollar businesses, paint magnificent masterpieces. But most of all, folks, create fantastic, loving families. Thanks so much for being a part of the TFNN family. Have a great Monday. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care now. What's the one thing that pulls people back from the breakthrough that they're moving towards? What's the only thing that really stops people from taking action? You and I both know the answer, and sure, we can come up with the reasons why we're not where we want to be, but the only reason that we don't do more with our life is fear. Or if you're an overachiever, call it stress. Simply put, there's something that happened to us in our past that's holding us back from the life we deserve, yet you and I are okay, we're here. So why should we let our past control our future? Exactly. We shouldn't. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes with TFNN.com, and when it comes to your trading and investing, I can help you overcome your fear of loss. Together, we'll turn weakness into strength with a system I've developed called Mastering Probability. I'll teach you how to make your money work harder for you than you do for it. I'll teach you the tools that provide financial freedom. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com, click on my name, Steve Rhodes, and begin your journey of mastering probability risk-free. It's time to become a pioneer of your future versus a prisoner of your past.